Good morning, friends, and welcome to Gardening with Creekside. Today we are going to take you on a behind-the-scenes look of preparing for the Creekside Signature Experience. This video is coming out on Monday, but I am filming it on Thursday, and the Signature Experience is tomorrow, Friday. So we have got a lot of fun things happening today, including, I don't know if you can see that back there. Yes, the first tent is going up, and so they are beginning to get the covers on. They're going to get all of that taken care of and just have lots of fun. So of course this is going to be where we're going to have the dinner. So the folks are going to have a great day at the garden center, doing all the tours, all the speaking, all of that fun stuff. They're going to go home, back to their hotels, get a nice shower, and then come to the house and have a tour of all the gardens, and then of course have dinner underneath the tent. So this is step one of getting the first tent installed, and yeah, lots of fun. So we're going to come back after they get this one done. Then they're going to, after this, then they're headed down to the garden center and putting one up back there, because that is different this year than last year. Last year we didn't have a tent. We were good, it was fine, but this will just make it even a little bit more nicer, right? And so we're going to have a tent down there, also sorts of fun things. So today you are going to join me on, like I said, as we prepare for the event. So you're going to kind of spend all day with me. We're just going to hop from here to there to yonder and back and forth. So I don't really know exactly how the day is going to turn out, other than I know we've got a lot of little things that we need to get done. And so we're going to do that. And then at the end of the video, because this is going to air after the Signature Experience, I'm going to share with you some clips through the from the actual event, from the dinner and all of that fun stuff. So make sure you stay tuned to the end so that you can see how it all turns out from the actual day of the event. We are blessed to have a great local company. This is Country Time. They're Party Rentals, and they're just, I mean, my gosh, 7 minutes away. They are super close to us, and they are the sweet folks that are supplying all of the tents, the chairs, the tables, sound system, lighting, all of that kind of stuff. And so if you're local, make sure you check out Country Time. They have been absolutely fabulous to work with and have taken care of us both last year and this year. So thank you, neighbors. We appreciate it. So what we're going to do now is head over to the garden center and see what needs to be done over there. I have got, because y'all will ask, I have got Brenna with me. Obviously there is a ton of people around today. I'm picking up the bird seed because we need to fill up the bird feeders. There's a ton of people here that she is not used to, and of course she is a German Shepherd, so by definition, she is quite protective, and she is protective of me. So this is basically what she's going to be doing all day long. Even if she's not attached to Johnny, this is where she has been lately going. When, look at that face. Look at that poor little face. Bless her heart. Don't feel sorry for her, y'all. She's fine. Trust me. This dog is spoiled beyond rotten. But it's so funny because when I am doing things and I need to keep her in a spot, she's on the leash. She's safe, I promise. She's perfectly fine. And so, but even if she's not attached, she will come and hop up and sit in Johnny like the passenger princess diva that she is, and hang out here because she just wants to go for a ride all the time. So we're gonna go for a ride. Yeah, you can go for a ride? Yeah, you can go for a ride? That's like her magic word. Go for a ride, go over to the garden center, see what's going on over there, and yeah, stay tuned, y'all. It's gonna be a wild day for sure. I know it. It's just now 9 o'clock in the morning. My friends, I made my way over here to the garden center because there's a hustle and bustle of activity going on over here as well. So it is, you know, first thing in the morning, so everybody is working. We got people everywhere doing all sorts of things. So Brittany is in here doing a little fine tuning, a little cleaning on the inside of the barn and the garden center, making everything look nice and neat and tidy. So she has been working diligently on that. We have the bougie potties here for our guests at the Signature Experience. So this is a nice porta potty. It's one of those, you know, porta potties that has like the air conditioning and everything like that. nothing is too good for our guest here at the Signature Experience. And then the gardens are getting that last once over, that fine tuning. Chandler came yesterday into last night, bless his heart, and was here doing a final mow on the grass. So the grass is looking spectacular. Because of the event, the garden is going to be closed, so it will not be open for folks. Just customers who come on a Friday. Of course, it's Saturday. We are having the garden symposium with lots of fantastic folks that are coming to speak. And of course, they're here because of the Signature Experience, and then just trying to tie that over into the next day. So we're going to have well, I'll get to that in a minute, but we're going to have like Marshall Dirks here from Proven Winners. Paul Hoffman is coming from Pleasant View Gardens. Of course, that's where we get all of our annuals from. Annie from HoseLink is going to be here, and she has some new products that she is going to launch and introduce. Then we've got, of course, Greg from Power Planner. He is here. And then Garrett from SunGrow, he will be here as well. So the SunGrow is where we get all of our soils from, like our professional mixes, and then Black Gold. So all that Black Gold Ultra Outdoor, all of that comes from SunGrow, including the Proven Winners potting soil. So he will be here talking about that, doing like Q&A with everybody, and that's our situation on Saturday morning. That's free and open to the public. So yesterday, Brian came in and zhuzhed up the aquapots. We had planted the Pugster Pinkers, and then they just looked a little naked underneath. So he came in and put in some like Diamond Frost, some Plum Dandy, and then the Angel Wings. So just kind of repeated that all the way around, and just makes it look really nice and pretty. I'll probably come in here and just do a little bit of deadheading, you know, making those final little touches. Of course, Saffron Finch is just absolutely rocking right now. And so Brian is in here doing those last little, the weeds. You know, we've gotten so much rain, and of course the heat has hit, and so the weeds just like magically appear overnight. But I mean, my gosh, everything is just looking great. Look at that beautiful grass. Oh, I love it. It has been a time with the grass, but it is doing well. And then of course we have got the Aromagica purple heliotrope right here, and then that new chartreuse mini-me coleus. So those two, love those together. And so all of that's doing well. And then of course the tiara pink underneath the fountain. Yeah, so Brian's been being such a great help in the garden, taking care of everything, doing a little deadheading, a little weeding. Any of the perennials that need to get cut back has been doing that as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over here probably to the pines, because we've been blessed with the last couple of days with some lovely breezes. And if you live underneath trees, or if you have trees at your house, you know what wind means with trees. You have all these little limbs that have come down. So that's what I'm going to do, is just kind of do a little walkthrough, pick up any of those sticks that have fallen, get rid of those. I know here in just a little bit, some of our folks are going to come down, Alberto, Jesus, maybe Meredith, I'm not sure, Debbie, like we got the whole crew here, right? And so they're going to come down, do a final walkthrough of weeding over there at the pines. Yeah, and so it looks like the tent is up at the house. So once they get all the things put together over there, we'll go back and look at that later, and then they'll be headed over here, because we're going to have the tent is going to be over here. That's what I was going to tell you. So they're going to have the tent set up in what we call the nook. So because last year we didn't do the tent, which it worked out great. There really wasn't a need. The only thing was at the end of the day, when we kind of came back together, just for a couple minutes before we dispersed to go back, this area was in full sun, so we kind of hung out underneath the trees by the pond. So this will give us plenty of shade. So that tent's going to go somewhere in here. We'll figure that out exactly once the tent gets over here, and figure out the size and all of that good jazz. But I see our folks are coming, so we're going to do a little walk through those last little weeds that are hiding, because you know how they hide. Pull those sticks up. Just moving on with the day. Okay, my friends, so we have gotten a lot of little nitpicky stuff done, weeding, picking up sticks, that kind of stuff. And look, They just resurrected the tent here at the Signature Garden, so we'll go take a quick little look at that. It's, hang on one second. Sorry about that. Had to show him where the electrical outlet was. So here we go. All right, the tent, she's up. She has glorious shade underneath her. Obviously, they've still got to fine-tune everything, but really, so this is where all the opening talks, ceremonies, all that kind of stuff will be. And then when we have the garden symposium on Saturday, this is again where that will be. So it's in a lovely little spot, nice shade under there. It is right now, it's 11:30. So this will be lunchtime for everybody. We're getting ready to move the picnic tables up into the hill, so that way we know exactly where the shade is. And then of course folks want to come over there and be under the tent, they certainly can do that. So tent is up here at the gardens, fits in perfectly right there in the nook, and let them work, finish all that. Of course they're gonna do the sound system, chairs, all that kind of stuff. And let's pop over to the house and get an update on that tent and see what's happening over there. It's getting ready to be lunchtime, so I gotta feed the people before they get hangry. My friends, it is clearly the next day. Today is the day of the Signature Experience. Yesterday, time just got away from me, and it was the end of the day, and I was like, oh my goodness, I did not finish that video. So we are going to do a quick little recap of how things are doing here, because yes, we're dressed and ready for the day. It is going to be a hot one. So Jenny is wearing her linen sundress, because I don't know about you ladies, but sometimes sundresses are a lot more comfy and cool than shorts are. So fun things that you get to see today that I wouldn't have been able to show you yesterday is Brian, I believe, is in the tent working on the flowers. So I'm going to show you those. But yeah, everything is great. We did not get storms last night. Praise the Lord. So everything is nice and dry. We did have some wind yesterday, which was nice, but then we had some things that happened. We have the fountain off because Cece's going to come and give her a last little scrub for me. But we lost like a limb here on our cherry tree. Not sure like what happened, but it just snapped in the wind. So we're going to take care of that, of course. Yes, I don't know if Brian's here, but the flowers are here. And so just coming down here, of course, this is where we're going to have the dinner down here. And so today, Brian is going to be working on all of the flowers, and then Amber's going to be down here getting everything really set up. But the colors for this year, I told Brian I wanted to do purples. So he has got lots of beautiful greenery. I mean, look at the roses. Oh my goodness, we have got purple and cream and pink liatris in here. He had already been working on some of the pieces. I think these are for like the tables. Wanted them kind of nice and low, but look at that, y'all. Gorgeous. So everything, of course, will be set up in here. All the linens have to go on. Oh, but these flowers are stunning. Absolutely stunning. So I have got to hurry up and leave here and head on over to the nursery, because it's right at 8 o'clock. And that is when our guests are arriving. We're going to kick off the day exactly at 8:30 with the opening ceremony session, shall we say. And so then we're going to come back at 6:30, do the cocktail hour, and then dinner I think is like at 7:30 or something here. So it is going to be a fun-filled day. Lots of stuff happening. Stay tuned. We will give you the highlights of the day at the end of this video. But yeah, it is going to be a great day. We're excited. And here's to a fantastic Creekside Signature Experience.